Much, Aparna and Prakriti.
Ma'am, if you can just give
Thank
us
you so much,
a
ma'am.
second, we will be going live on YouTube.
Yes. Much, Aparna and
Yes, ma'am, we are now live on YouTube.
yeah. Usharedi ma'am joined. Just give me a second.
No, ma'am, not yet.
Ma'am is logging in. Hope Inayat and Nayab are ready. Padmavati ma'am will start. Alekia.
Yes, ma'am.
We will start. Ma'am is joining. She asked us to start.
All right, ma'am. If you can just give me a second, I will make Nayab and Inayat co-hosts so they can start speaking.
Yeah.
Inayat, have they joined?
Inayat can rename himself as Inayat so that it will be easier for Alekia to identify your name.
Or if you could simply raise your hand, that would work. Yes, ma'am. Inayat is now here.
A very good evening to one and all. Honorable Principal Dr. D. Usha Reddy ma'am and all the dignitaries attending the closing ceremony of the 6th edition of Meridian MUN in a virtual mode. Respected teacher and my dear friends, I extend a hearty welcome to all of you. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome dear delegates today on the third and the concluding day of the MUN. We hope that you have enjoyed these 3 days of deliberation, debate, and discussion. We promised you intellectual interaction and challenging presentations, and we hope that we have delivered both to you. Real or virtual, such MUNs bring people from across the globe together to share and care. As you know, a school MUN is a wonderful opportunity to study and resolve some of the pressing problems of the world today. The MUN simulates and recreates the actual UN organization and its functioning, and so we hope that this has been a great learning experience for all of you. And we're also sure that in the process you had a great deal of interaction with your fellow delegates, which must have been made this MUN really special. As the MUN has come to an end, I would like to invite the Secretary General, Alekia Vemuri, to share her reflections or feedback with all of us. Over to you, Alekia.
Thank you, Neha. A very good evening and namaste. Welcome to our respected Principal, Dr. D. Usha Reddy ma'am, Vice Principal Rahat Rashid ma'am, Headmistress Raj Kamal ma'am, faculty advisors, teachers, sponsors, secretariat members, executive board members, organizing committee members, and all the delegates present here today. Over the past 3 days, we have seen wonders and marvels. We have seen delegates grow from shy first-timers to world leaders involved in passionate, heated, electrifying debates. We have seen delegates move out of their comfort zones and stand up for issues that they believe in. We have seen delegates truly prove the fact that they have the power to change the world. From exhilarating debates over the South China Sea in DISEC, to moving debates about child labor in UNICEF, to our captivating crisis in Security Council and spicy allegations and accusations in Lok Sabha, the heated debate and block rivalries in CCPCJ, to the collaboration in CSW, the passionate speeches in WHO, and finally, the absolutely entertaining press conferences by IP. It gives us great pleasure to see that all the efforts that we have put in over the past few months to put together this conference has indeed blossomed into a beautiful learning experience for everyone who has attended our MUN. At this juncture, I would like to express our deepest gratitude to all the executive board members for taking out time from their schedules and ensuring that each and every delegate has a great experience and no delegate is left behind. As much as the delegates have learned from you all in the past 3 days, we have also learned a lot from your committees. I would also like to thank our organizing committee members for your energetic and vital presence in ensuring the committees carry on in a smooth way. Thank you for helping us out whenever needed and carrying out all your responsibilities to the very best of your abilities. Thank you to all my fellow secretariat members for all the time and effort we all have put in to ensure every aspect, every nook and corner of the MUN is taken care of, and for going above and beyond in making this MUN a grand success. We also thank our faculty advisors, Ms. Rajita Gora, Mr. M. Srinivas, and Ms. Vijaya Ajay, for your constant guidance, support, and motivation, without which this MUN would not have been possible. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to our principal, Dr. D. Usha Reddy ma'am, Vice Principal Rahat Rashid ma'am, and the senior management for always being our guiding force and supporting us in all the endeavors we choose to pursue. We extend our deepest gratitude to all our sponsors for generously supporting our Meridian MUN and venturing out to help spread knowledge amongst the future citizens of our country. Lastly, and most importantly, a very big thank you to all our delegates for enthusiastically participating and giving this opportunity your very best shot. You all are the reason we are here today, and it has been an absolute pleasure and honor to serve you all. Each and every one of you is a winner. As we come to the conclusion of Meridian MUN 2021, it leaves us in a bittersweet mood. Having completed the MUN as a grand success and of leaving it behind our days. I thank everyone for providing me this opportunity to serve you all, as I have tried my best to live up to the role of Secretary General. Before we conclude, I would leave you all with one thought. One person may not have 100% of the solution, but 100 people with 1% of the solution can make a difference. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you, Alekhya, for that wonderful message to the delegates. And you have indeed done a fantastic job. Now we would like to hear from the executive board members. First of all, I would like to call upon the chair of the DISEC committee, Mr. Dilri Thakur, to present the proceedings of his committee. And I would also like to request one of the members of his committee to share his or her experience.
Thank you very much, Inayat. A very good evening to everyone present here. Firstly, I hope I am completely audible and visible. This is something I've said maybe 100 times over the last 3 days. But anyways, firstly, I regret to mention that Dilreet will not be joining us today at the closing ceremony. He had a technical glitch, which is pretty much typical of every MUN now. But he did play a very important role in supporting us and helping us in the 3 days. He did give us, we learned a lot from him as a committee and me as a vice chair. So thank you very much, Dilreet. I would also like to thank Meridian Banjara School for constantly over the years giving so many MUNs, not only in the number of quantity, but also in the impact and the quality they create to their MUNs. It is a tremendous opportunity to each and every delegate who joins it. So thank you very, very much, Meridian School Banjara, and in particular, Rajita Ma'am, the MUN coordinator. I would also like to extend congratulations to the Secretariat of this MUN for making Meridian Model UN 2021 an absolutely successful MUN. You guys have done an amazing job, and without you, this MUN is it's not necessary to say, but impossible. So an amazing job, guys. Keep rocking. And I would also like to thank the OC of our committee, Shashank and Safa. They played a really important role. They supported me and Dilreet throughout the 3 days. So thank you very much, guys. And I won't keep you waiting much longer. Lastly, just to speak a few words about our committee. So our committee was basically consisting of classes 6th to 8th. And most of them were first timers. They were first timers. Considering these two very important facts, the amount of debate they generated and the amount of enthusiasm they had in them was amazing for me and Dilreet to see. At moments, they did become a little bit repetitive and the debate started going a little bit low, but then they immediately bounced back at a pace and in a way which me and Dilreet never thought would happen. And so an amazing congratulations and kudos to them. You guys all, each and every one of you did a spectacular job, and all of you are winners. As Alekia did say, all of you are winners. You all did amazing. So congratulations. And that's all from my side, and time for the awards now. So I'll start with the verbal mentions in no particular.
Excuse me, don't announce the awards now. We still have time for the awards.
All right.
Now
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
You're one of your delegate to speak.
Yes. So thank you. That's all from my side. And now the delegate of Russian Federation from my committee would like to say a few words. Thank you.
Delegate, could you please raise your hand so we can recognize you? Delegate of the Russian Federation from DISEC.
Should I start?
Sorry, Delegate, was that Russian Federation from DISEC?
Yes.
Yes, please go ahead.
This is my third Meridian month I am attending. Every month is filled with amazing surprises and exciting crises. The crises are very easy to research on, but challenging to find a solution for. The amount of participation from every delegate made it very competitive and fun. Forming the blocks and convincing other delegates to join the blocks was super funny. The chair and vice chair have been very patient with us and motivated us to do more research and to create better speeches. The OC members of the DISEC made the voting process very easier and faster by the poll. Though the MUN is made online, Meridian has hosted an amazing, fun, educational MUN, and it hasn't stopped us students from attending them. Thank you, Meridian, for hosting such a memorable MUN.
Thank you, both of you. Now I request the Chair of Commission on Crime Prevention and Criminal Justice, Mr. Vishal Chaudhary, to step forward and present his feedback, followed by a member of the committee.
Am I audible? Inayat, am I audible?
Yes.
All right. So firstly, I would like to apologize to everyone. I have some network issues, so I will not be able to turn my camera on. Moving forward, I've been to Meridian MUN since the past 5 years. Since 2016, I've been to almost every Meridian MUN, and I can confidently tell you that this is the best organized conference in all of the past editions. And I can say this so confidently because I have never seen. I think personally, I've been to quite a few MUNs, and I haven't seen an MUN this organized. Being an online conference, they have done a wonderful job. So I think the most credit should be given to the secretariat, the faculty. I think Rajita ma'am has been a huge support throughout. So one thing I'd like to mention, the best thing about this conference is the organizing. They've done a beautiful job, and I would like to congratulate Alekhya and the rest of the secretariat, faculty, and even our organizing committee member Disha. Throughout, they've done a wonderful job. I personally never really expected them an online conference to be so well organized throughout. They've had training sessions, they've had fun events organized in the evenings of the second day. So they've done a wonderful job in organizing. I was very, very, very impressed throughout. I did not have a single issue with regards to the organizing of the conference or any issue in between. I think throughout they've been all beautiful, done a wonderful job with regards to the organizing. So no issues with regards to that. And congratulations to the whole Meridian team for organizing such a wonderful conference. I was very overwhelmed considering I have been to past Meridian MUNs, but I've never seen one this well organized. So yeah, congrats for that, delegates, and the secretariat and the faculty. Apart from that, coming to the committee as well, I think I can say that this is, again, even when it comes to the committee, this has been one of the most fun MUNs I have been to as an executive board member. I have had a lot of fun chairing these delegates. I think it's been a very long time since I've heard every single point made by every single delegate, all right, in the committee. So they've caught my attention every single second, because I've seen first timers speak on the same level, to be honest, in some ways better than experienced delegates. I couldn't differentiate between them. So in a way, again, that's kudos to the organizing for the training they've given. So great job done by the delegates as well. I've told them in the committee this. I'm telling you right now, I have never given such a positive feedback to all of my delegates. All of you have done a beautiful job. I have not expected this from all of you. I'm very satisfied, and yeah, I'm really I'm glad to be a part of this conference. I haven't enjoyed an MUN this much in so long. So yeah, I don't think I can say anything more than this. I think I've summed up everything. Yeah, it was a wonderful place to be at. And yeah, I thank Alekhya and the rest of the secretariat for bringing me for this conference. Thank you. And Kailash, would you like to say something? All right, I think my Honorable Vice Chair is having some issues with his network. So from our committee, we've chosen the delegate of Japan to give her a personal experience about the conference. Delegate Japan from the CPCJ.
Am I audible?
Yes, delegate, you are.
Good afternoon to all of you. I'm the Japan. I am the delegate of Japan from CPCG. And this was my first ever MUN. I was really nervous on how it will turn out, but I couldn't have asked for any better experience than this. The amount of knowledge I've gained about my allocation and other countries in my community is very beneficial. These skills you learn through an MUN experience, such as research, self-confidence, public speaking, and adapting your ideas to changing information when you do not have time at all, are incredibly valuable for any future career path you choose. Now I understand how much importance we all hold as upcoming generations of the society. Next, I'd love to give special thanks to my chair, vice chair, and the OC for showing so much cooperation, patience, and understanding. I suggest everyone to keep trying MUNs, and I myself will be looking forward to attending as many as I can starting now. Thank you, Meridian, for organizing such a nice MUN.
Thank you so much. Now let us hear from the chair of UN Security Council. Oh, sorry, my apologies. Now I request the chair of UNICEF, Mr. Aaron, to present his observations, and also one of the members to share his or her experience with us.
All right, thank you so much. So I'd not like to take a lot of time, obviously. Like I'm usually really short and crisp with what I have to say. I'll just give a quick gist on like how the committee went and what were my expectations and how I think the committee progressed. So with respect to my committee, I think it was really entertaining and interesting to see. I think we've heard this earlier as well from other committee as well. There's a good amount of participation from a lot of first timers. And I think a lot of credit for this should probably go to the organizing committee and like the faculty advisors and the ones behind the scenes itself for this, because the ROP sessions which were conducted, the sessions which were conducted to clear any doubts prior to the MUN certainly helped these delegates in giving them that preparatory time in that 1 week span, say from last Saturday, Sunday to these 3 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So that certainly helped these delegates try to understand what is these first timers especially, obviously, try to understand what is the concept of a model United Nations, and also to try to make speeches, get into GSLs, get into moderated caucuses. So for delegates who would find it extremely difficult, there was a lot of active participation which was seen in my committee, I think. So that was certainly one benefit. That was certainly one benefit which was seen from the ROP sessions which was conducted earlier. Now, with respect to the MUN as a whole, I think it was very smoothly conducted. It was really well planned, very well organized with respect to the timings and with respect to the way the delegates had attended the committee sessions as well, also with respect to punctuality on that line. So I think all in all, it was a really fantastic experience on my end, and I really hope as well that the delegates in my committee as well had a great time. So just another few people who I'd like to thank is obviously the organizing committee for having me on board. That's what. Also, my vice chair and assisting me, she had been absolutely instrumental in helping me moderate the committee, and then a lot of times she was the one who actually took charge of committee. So I would really like to thank her for that. And also the OC members who were always there in committee to ensure that we were able to, with the help of like the list or sharing the screen or enabling people to come in, because I really think it can be very challenging considering this is an online MUN. So I think it is obviously something which is really challenging, not just for like the participants, but also on side of the organizing committee as well. So I think the OC members in our committee did a fantastic job, and there was absolutely no problems which we faced in the span of these 3 days. So I would like to congratulate them and also thank them as well for the work. Now, to pick the delegate from my committee who would like to speak, honestly, I wouldn't want to pick any of them. Any of them can volunteer from my committee and choose to speak. Any of you all can just unmute yourself from my committee who would like to share your experience, preferably a first timer itself, so that we could hear your insight as to how you felt the committee and like the MUN was as a whole. Is there someone from my committee who would like to take the initiative, a first timer? Oh, like you're raising hands for this as well. Yes, UAE, you can go ahead.
Thank you very much, Chair, Vice Chair.
Thank you very much, Chair, for recognizing me. This MUN has been first time for me, and it has been very good for me. Actually, I have learned many things from my fellow delegates, from the chair, from the vice chair, and I have researched many things about my allocation, the other countries, UNICEF, and it was overall a nice MUN. I also thank Meridian and all the OC team to organize it such well. And our chair and vice chair was very patient actually. Otherwise, the noise means they organized it very well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now let us hear from the chair of UN Security Council, Ms. Nikita, followed by member of her committee.
All right, thanks so much for that. So I'll get straight to it. First of all, I'd like to thank the OC. You guys did a wonderful job. I have to say I was a little skeptical about an online conference. I wasn't sure how effective it would be, but I'm really, really pleasantly surprised. Not only was committee smooth, but every bit of communication between us, the delegates, the press members, the various other committees was actually brilliant. So hats off to the OC, hats off to the Secretary General. You were really, really great, and it was great fun working with you. I'd also like to thank the faculty advisors. Thanks for inviting me. It was a wonderful time. And this was my first time at Meridian, and I have to say it was an amazing experience here. I'd also in particular like to thank the OC volunteer in the UNSC. Thanks so much. It must have been a really, really hard job, because the technical issues, making sure that the delegates come back, making sure that their points are noted, whatever motions, it was really hard. And thanks so much for helping us out there. My vice president, unfortunately, could not be here. He's feeling slightly under the weather, but again, he extends his thanks to everyone. It was a great experience for him as well, and he hopes to return to Meridian in the future. Finally, the people I'd like to thank the most are the delegates in my committee, obviously. There were a fair few first-timers, and I had my reservations as to how committee would progress. I wasn't sure whether the participation would be what I'm used to in a UNSC, but you blew my expectations away. It was so refreshing to see the first-timers just go at it and take charge of the situation as if they were seasoned runners, particularly the way you responded to the crisis, the civil war in Pakistan, the issue of foreign fighters. We had a representative from foreign factions come and give a short interview. It was mind-blowing. That being said, I will hand it over to a first-timer in our committee, the delegate of Turkey. It was great having you, delegate, and I look forward to hearing from you in this time.
Thank you so much, Chair. Well, hello everyone. This is Delegate of Turkey. Kaushik. Just got too carried away and indulged in this MUN. Well, when it comes to my experience as in the MUN, it was amazing. Usually, all the first MUNers are nervous and technically scared in their first MUN. But as for me, it was one of the best experience on the first day itself, because the chair of UNSC, the president Nikita ma'am, was very understandable, friendly, professional, personable, and knowledgeable, and generally committed to providing an incredible experience. And in fact, she encouraged every delegate to speak up. That was something that I loved. All the committee proceedings were very well explained by the president one day prior to the main session by conducting a practice session for the first MUNers. Well, in talking about more about it, the MUN led all the members to improve and enhance their research skills. And so said, no knowledge ever goes waste. The committee helped improve socialization, speaking skills, and also teaches a very impressive way to put up your point of view in front of the committee. Attempting to solve viewable issues with the policies and perspectives of the assigned countries is itself a commendable experience. So I would even like to thank the executive board and my fellow delegates for making this MUN an enjoyable experience. This was highly informative and enriching program at so many levels, from skill building to unique interactions with fellow delegates. Overall, a commendable experience for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nikita and delegate. I would now like to call upon the chair of the Commission on the Status of Women, Ms. Nidhi Bellman, and a member from the committee to share their views.
Let's move on to the next committee. Maybe we can call CSW Nidhi later.
So let's hear from the chair of Lok Sabha, Mr. Naman Vankdari, followed by member of his committee.
Thank you, Mr. Inayat Khan. Before I begin, my humble salutations and respects to Honorable CEO Ma'am Usha Reddy Ma'am, Rajita Ma'am, Srinivas Sir, members of the faculty, Alekia, Secretary General, and the fellow members of the Secretariat. Firstly, I thank Alekia, with whom I've had great interactions in the past, for her talent and for the amount of philanthropic work she does. She's always mind blowing whenever she does something for the society, and she's our inspiration despite the age gap that we share. I really look up to her. And second of all, to all the OC members who have put up a great show, especially Shashank, Ameya, and the OC member who was with me for the past 2 days, Shaurya. So I really thank all of them for their services. Considering that it is my fellow Deputy Speaker Dhruv Chaganti's first time serving on the executive board, and he also happens to be the alumni of Meridian Schools, it would be fair on my part if I give him the floor to have the tiger share in giving a speech and expressing his opinion, because I want to do my bit in making his first time experience memorable. So with the permission of the dignitaries, I would like to yield it to Dhruv, and also after Dhruv will be Nama Nageshwar Rao from the Lok Sabha giving her speech about the committee. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, everyone. Greetings to all. So firstly, Lok Sabha being a diverse committee where we had speeches and fight speeches, whatnot, everything in their mother tongue and their own regional languages. So here as a mark of respect towards my mother tongue, my regional language, I would like to address it in Telugu. Firstly, one fine day when we committee కావాల్సిన agendas అన్ని మేము డిసైడ్ చేసినప్పుడు we just informed that this entire committee లో ఉన్న వాళ్ళందరూ first timers. And now then I and Naman sir, we get on a call. Call lo we were talking like how can we accommodate everyone? Yala will తీసుకురావాలి, వీళ్ళకి ఎలా నేర్పించాలి, because all the first timers, 8th grade, 8th, 7th grade people are there in our committee. వీళ్ళకి రైట్ టు రీకాల్ అంటే అర్థం అవుతుందా, లేదంటే వీళ్ళకి డెలిబరేషన్ పీపుల్స్ ఆఫ్ యాక్ట్ అంటే అర్థం అవుతుందా, వీళ్ళకి ఎలా అర్థమైనట్టు చెప్పాలి. అండ్ వితౌట్ ఓకే వాట్ ఎవర్ ఇట్ ఇస్, లెట్ స్టార్ట్ ద కమిటీ. డే 1 స్టార్ట్ చేసినప్పుడు we were a bit skeptical on going with right to recall, because వాళ్ళ స్పీచెస్ అండ్ వాళ్ళ ఇవి చూసిన తర్వాత we don't have enough confidence to put it, because ఆ ఎజెండాస్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఉన్న వాళ్ళకి ఇట్ ఇస్ అ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ టాస్క్. But the way the parliamentarians, we have asked them to speak in their own mother tongue. Maaku Hindi lo speeches vachayi, Telugu, Tamil, and also Kannada in between. So we have enough speeches, we have enough enthusiasm in all the delegates. Now coming to particular delegates, like they don't know what is a bill. Few delegates, they don't know what is it. So వాళ్ళందరినీ మళ్ళా కూర్చోబెట్టి we were like, no, this is a bill, this is a discussion hour, this is a question hour. So వాళ్ళకి 1 by 1 నేర్పించి వాళ్ళకి అర్థమయ్యేటట్టు చెప్పి, and we thought of let's remove right to recall and put some animal some act regarding animal violations and all. But our delegates they come up and they were like, no, we will do the right to recall act. And within 1 day, which is yesterday evening around 3 o'clock, we started with right to recall. They have explained them what is the right to recall. And today afternoon, they themselves presented the bill. We just given them a rough sketch of a bill, and then they have done it. So that is how the Lok Sabha went for all 3 days. And Nama Nageshwara, are you here?
Yes. గౌరవ సభ్యులందరికీ నా నమస్కారం. ఈ 3 రోజులు ఎలా గడిచిపోయాయో తెలియలేదు. సంకల్పం ఉంటే సాధించలేనిది ఏమీ లేదు. సంకల్ప బలంతో ఈ కరోనా సమయంలో కూడా ఈ కార్యక్రమం ఇంత నిరాటంకంగా సాగించడానికి సహాయపడ్డ అందరికీ పేరు పేరున ధన్యవాదాలు. సాంకేతికతను ఉపయోగించి దేశంలోని వివిధ ప్రాంతాలకు చెందిన విద్యార్థులను ఒక తాటిపై నిలబెట్టి అనేక విషయాలను చర్చించడం మరియు ఒక్క ఒప్పందం మీదకు రావటం జరిగింది. ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో అనేక కొత్త విషయాలు కూడా తెలుసుకోవటం జరిగింది. 3 రోజులు 3 నిమిషాలుగా గడిచిపోయాయి. వివిధ పాఠశాలల నుండి అనేక విద్యార్థులను మనము పరోక్షంగా కలవడంతో మేధోమథనం జరిగింది. లోక్సభలో ఎన్ని విషయాలు చర్చిస్తారో MUN లోక్సభలో అంతకు మించి చర్చించారు. ఇక్కడ చర్చించిన ప్రతి విషయము ఎంతో లోతుగా మరియు ఆలోచనాత్మకంగా సాగింది. ఇలాంటి వేడుకలు మరెన్నో జరగాలని మరియు మీ అందరినీ మళ్ళీ కలుసుకోవాలని మనస్ఫూర్తిగా కోరుకుంటూ అందరికీ పేరు పేరున ధన్యవాదాలు.
Thank you so much, sirs and delegate. Now I request the chair of WHO, Mohammed Shah, to step forward and present his feedback, followed by a member of the committee.
Since our WHO executive board is still yet to come, we can move on to CSW, whose chair is now back in the meeting.
Thank you, Alekhya. First and foremost, I have to apologize for joining the meeting late. I was actually waiting for the link, and all the delegates in the group had spoken so much, and they were saying hi and bye, and because of that, the conversation got left behind. But having said that, hello, Usha ma'am, hi, Vijaya ma'am, Rajata ma'am, Srinivas sir. It's great to be speaking to all of you, and to be back at Meridian MUN again. I think it's been an MUN that I've consistently been a part of for quite a few editions, and I have to say the quality of the conference has not changed, irrespective of whether it's a virtual MUN or a physical MUN. In fact, yesterday, that's what I was talking to Atishri about when I told her that it's so amazing that you organized a social night to sort of replicate a physical conference and give them the feel of a physical conference, because I remember, socials being such an important part of networking. So I think the fact that, Meridian has actually taken the initiative and the time out to plan, to plan socials and to plan, the housey round and do all of that, I think that just makes this conference stand out and make it more unique. So a big congratulations on a very beautifully conducted conference. And I think it's all the devil's in the detail here, right? Because I feel like the fact that there were, virtual backgrounds and there was like a really nice invitation and all of those elements made such a difference in how even we as executive members perceived the conference versus how we would have conventionally done it if it was a conference that maybe didn't give so much attention to detail. So I think at the outset, I'd first like to say congratulations on a beautifully organized conference and a big thank you for having me on board. It's always like a pleasure and my honor. But having said that, I'd like to talk about my committee. Oh my God, where do I even begin? This committee was so, I don't know. I actually never asked them if they were first time munners. So I'm assuming right now that they were all experienced delegates, because the quality of debate was exceptional. And I think more than anything else, because I feel like quality of debate and, content and research is something you can still acquire and learn. But I feel like the personality and just the diplomacy that the delegates embodied, and the behavior that the delegates embodied, it was very, very United Nations like. And I think that is a true testament to Rajata ma'am and her team, and to their seniors, because I know for a fact that seniors play such a big role in influencing delegates, right? So I think the quality of discussions was extremely good. In fact, I remember joking with them, stating that you're going to be unhappy with me, but for all the wrong reasons, because you're going to be unhappy by the fact that I literally could not decide upon who the best delegate is. I spent so long just, like creating lists and figuring it out and recalculating, because it was such a close call in committee, and all the delegates did exceptionally well. They were very diplomatic. They were focused on consensus building. We were actually the topic that we discussed was the COVID-19 pandemic and its the impact it had on women. And I felt like I remember, in fact, being concerned about this topic being dealt with the relevant amount of sensitivity. And I think all of those reservations were put to rest, because the delegates dealt with it with the necessary level of professionalism that was required. Even the solutions and the approach that they brought to the table, and the manner in which it was discussed, the way they represented their foreign policies, all of those aspects were brilliant. And I also feel like just because of the fact that this agenda is so relevant right now, I feel like it was also very mutually beneficial, because we were learning so much about about what countries are doing and what countries propose to do with respect to this situation. And as a woman myself, I as a feminist myself, I feel like these agendas like this are so close to me, right? They're I learn so much from them, and then there's so much that I want to pass on with respect to that. So I feel like I got to sufficiently do that with this committee, and I'm really glad. I feel like I've had a great 3 days, and it was nice to have Srinivas sir and everyone like pay a visit and to have a chat with them. It felt nice to catch up with everyone after so long. So I mean, overall, it was just very homely, and I had the perfect time. And I hope the delegates did have a great time as well. Having said that, I think I'd like to call upon the delegate of USA in our committee to say a few words about committee. Delegate of USA, are you present?
Yes, Chair. So, as a MUN as a whole, I think this MUN was amazing, from the agendas to the organization, especially the delegates got talent evening. It was just exemplary. Coming to our committee, I would say it's one of the most interactive and enthusiastic committees I've ever been to. We had so many spicy arguments and debates, but at the very end, we came to a one consensus. And I like to thank my chair and my vice chair for being so supportive and patient and listening to our many questions and answering them, and being so motivational throughout the committee. And I would also like to thank the organizing committee and the OC member in our committee, who is Ms. Atushri. She was amazing. She helped us all throughout the committee with all our technical issues and everything else. So thank you for such a great experience. Yeah.
Thank you, Ms. Nidhi and delegate. Now I request the Chair of International Press, Ms. Shreya Chatterjee, to present her observations, and also one of the members to share his or her experience with us.
Hi, yes, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Thank you for that. That is a common thing now that we ask in online events, and it's kind of a habit now. So I know that it's been very long, and some of the delegates are already, sleeping because they are really excited for the awards. They do not want to listen to speeches, but I have to take this time to acknowledge how beautifully you guys pull this conference off. Especially to the OC team and the secretariat. I would like to mention Shruti here, the IP member. Could you just, spotlight her once? Is that possible? Yes. So I always used to introduce her as Shruti, the OC member, and she was so helpful throughout the committee. Even if I texted her at 11 in the night or 3 in the morning, sometimes she used to reply. She used to send me all the pictures of the videos, everything. She was so resourceful till the end, and I loved working with her. She even stepped in to be the guest reporter for CSW when we couldn't find anyone. So kudos to Shruti. You were amazing. Thank you very much for helping me out, helping the international press out. Thank you for to the entire OC team for helping, setting up press conferences, doing the coordination between IP and the other committees. Kudos to you all. I thank the other EBs for giving so much content to my journalists for their articles. Special mention to Mr. Jaydev Gala, aka Dhruvanna. Thank you all for that. I thank the delegates and the reporters here who made this conference amazing. I couldn't be more proud of my reporters. Being first timers, and the concept of MUN is such that people who are 21, something like that, they won't be able to understand it. But these people, they put in their hard work, they understood the ROP, they went through the research, they did everything. So I couldn't be more proud of my reporters. And IP committees actually tend to be very cold. People do not acknowledge unless you say, I will cut your marks. But that was not the case here. And I think I should acknowledge Alekia and her team for organizing the bigger, how to raise the
MUN sessions for the delegates during the 2nd to 3rd October time. Kudos to you. It was for that reason that all the IP members in my committee were actually pretty comfortable before I even took the ROP. So I would just like to end by saying this to all the delegates and the IP members present here. Do not be sad if you do not win an award, because you already won what is most important. You won knowledge, you won experience, and that is something you will carry throughout with you throughout your life. With this, thank you very much for having me on as the editor-in-chief. I hope you enjoyed this conference. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now may I request our beloved principal, Dr. Usha Reddy, ma'am, to share her observations and feedback with the delegates.
Ma'am, you are on mute, ma'am.
Yeah, very good evening to one and all. I think, I just had a broad smile on my face when I was listening to the wonderful comments by the EBs and the participants. They say that when you strive for something, you can't sleep till it's all over. And I could see that energy in the entire team on the WhatsApp group. Behind the scenes, so much was happening, asking the faculty as to whether this was okay, not okay. And I think the liveliness and the energy was tremendous. I do believe that wherever you put in such smart work and consistent work, success will be yours. And today, when you can listen to the comments of everybody else, I'm sure that you're feeling, really high on that. And I hope it's only going to make you humble, because this has been a great learning and you have a long way to go in life. To every participant who've been a part of the Meridian School MUN, I think it would be a pleasure to host you all once again. The feedback that we got was tremendous. You are the future of the world and you are the game changers. And believe me, in these few days, I think you've shaped your skills so well that my hope that one day I will really see all of you in the UN or perhaps in the Lok Sabha. I think all our dreams will come true. And Rajita ma'am is smiling because she knows that when you instill these skills, as a faculty, and you can see the talent, you can only hope for the best for the world. And if some of you take this on, don't look at it as some kind of a competition that you have participated in and it's over. Have I got a prize, not got a prize? That's immaterial. I think the friends that you've made, the learnings that you've got from this entire exercise, through your good networking here, I think assess yourselves and don't compare yourself with anybody else, but say, yes, when I started off to become a participant in the conference, this is where I was. I looked at somebody else and I learned this. I looked at somebody else and I learned another skill. And also make sure that anything that you like in anyone becomes a part of you. And something that you don't appreciate, drop it just there. That's the best way to move on and be great learners in the positive sense. I must say the organizing committee, I could hear out that some of the participants were mentioning your names, so that gives us a very good feeling that you've done your job exceedingly well. To the entire secretariat as well, I think, I don't want to call out any names because I don't want to miss out on everybody or anybody. So I think, to each one of you, I think, my heartfelt appreciation. And I do hope that these skills that you've picked up will, come forth handy for you in life as well. To the teachers and especially our coordinator, Rajita ma'am, I think I would like to thank Srinivasa, Vijaya, Shamla ma'am, and everybody else who was a part of it, because you have made it happen once again. Looking forward to seeing your participation with us in the years to come as well. And we look forward to listening to your fantastic views. And yes, we all believe in a positive world, a world where, we can think of making it one that's peaceful, or we can get in for other means like war. So we must understand the implications of the political scenario that's going on right now. We must attach importance to what is happening world over, the geopolitics, and understand what is it that I would do to make it a better place. Each of you has a responsibility. Your voices were heard now for the 2 days, but I hope for a future where your voices will make an impact to the world at large. Heartiest congratulations once again.
Thank you, ma'am, for your wonderful feedback. Now it's time to express our gratitude to the sponsors of the program, without whose support and cooperation, this program would not have been so successfully conducted. I now request Ms. Megha USG Marketing to express gratitude towards the sponsors.
On behalf of the entire team of Meridian MUN 2021, I would like to take this opportunity to extend our gratitude towards all the sponsors whose support enabled us to make this conference a success. Our first sponsor, Hover Robotics, happens to be the first company that brought the concept of hoverboards to India and has given birth to the epic of personal mobility space in the Indian society. Next, we have MentorX, which is a platform formulated by world-class visionaries who aim to educate, empower, and elevate as many people as possible. Thirdly, a well-known South Indian restaurant, the Spicy Venue, who are based in Hyderabad and Vizag. Next, we have Medley Healthcare Private Limited, a Hyderabad-based medical devices company with a vision to create a difference in the medical devices healthcare industry. A community of people fueled with entrepreneurial spirit, Metamorphosis School of Entrepreneurship seeks to aware young minds of their immense potential and empower them through their programs. Last but not the least, we have Ankura Hospital for Women and Children that aim to provide quality care services across Andhra Pradesh as well as Telangana. A very special thanks to Dr. Munish for his spontaneous response to our sponsorship appeal. Once again, a thank you to all our generous sponsors for their contribution, and we wish them the very best in all their endeavors.
And now we move on to the next phase of the proceedings. I am sure that all the delegates have put in 100% devotion and hard work in the task allotted to them and did their best. Positive feedback or just a pat on the back works miracles. It plays a significant role in building up the confidence of an individual. We now come to the stage where the maximum school delegation and the most deserving delegates are recognized and honored. The proudest moment for a delegate. Requesting the vice chairperson of each of the committees to come forward to announce the committee awards. Before we move on to the announcement of awards, we request Vrinda, USG Design, to announce the award details.
Unfortunately, Vrinda is facing a power cut, so I'll be taking over. Good evening, delegates. Hope you all had a great time at Meridian MUN. It was an absolute pleasure to work and guide you guys these past 3 days. All the best delegate and high commendation awardees will be receiving cash awards along with gift vouchers and complimentary sessions. Best delegate will be receiving a cash award of Rs 2,000, plus a gift voucher from Hover Robotics worth Rs 10,000, a complimentary mentoring session and workshop invite from MentorX, and internship opportunities from MentorX as well. High commendation delegates will be receiving a cash award of Rs 1,000 as well as a gift voucher from Hover Robotics India worth Rs 10,000, complimentary mentoring sessions and workshop invites from MentorX, and internship opportunities as well. All the best, delegates.
Thank you so much, Megha. May I request Principal Dr. D. Usha Reddy ma'am to announce the name of the school with maximum delegation.
it gives me great pleasure to announce the school that had the maximum participation. It goes to Pragati Central School. Heartiest congratulations. I think we had about 53 enrollments from the school. Very well done. And we're grateful that you sent so many students to participate in Banjara MUN.
Congratulations, Pragati Central School, for the award. And thank you for being a part of Meridian MUN and adding to its success.
Now may I request the Vice Chairman of DISEC, Mr. Prabhas Adagala, to announce the award.
Before we move on, I'm very sorry for interrupting, but we will be having the awards by United Nations Security Council first. Nikita ma'am, you may take over.
Thank you. My vice president could not be here, unfortunately. Yep, I concur with the sentiments. It's learning skills, experience, all good, but winning, it's a great feeling. Okay, onwards to the awards. I'll be beginning with the verbal mentions. It was quite close in our committee, and the difference was just a few points here and there. These delegates, they did amaze me with their work and their ethic, and then the amount of innovative points and solutions they brought to committee. If I had only one suggestion, it would only be more of the same going onwards. There were just minor points, but honestly, that we can discuss later. So the verbal mentions go to the French Republic and the delegate of Turkey. Congrats, delegates, and all the best for your future conferences. Moving onwards to the commendable delegate, this delegate was brilliant in all of her speeches. It was truly refreshing to see the new points and innovative solutions brought forth by her. The Commendable Delegate Award goes to the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. I don't know if she's in this meeting. Hopefully she is. Then the points between Honorable Delegate and Best Delegate were just 3 points, I believe, so not a great margin at all. The Honorable Delegate is the Delegate of the Russian Federation. Do we have the Russian Federation here? Okay. And I'm sure you must have guessed who it is. It's a usual suspect in the UNSC. The best delegate of the UNSC goes to the delegate of the United States of America. Congrats, delegates, and all the best for your future conferences. Thanks so much.
We now have the person of DISEC, Prabhas, who will be announcing the awards for DISEC.
Thank you, Alekhya. So I don't have much to say because I've already spoken. I'll just go straight into the awards so my delegates can feel happier about it. Starting off with the verbal mentions, we have 4 verbal mentions in no particular order. The delegate of Greece, the delegate of Pakistan, Kuwait, and Japan. Congratulations, delegates. Moving on, special mentions, the delegate of Spain and the delegate of Belgium. Congratulations. And we have 2 high commendations, again, in no particular order. The delegate of China and the delegate of Russia. Moving on to the best delegate, I think there's absolutely no guesses here. All of you know it by default. This delegate has had his facts amazingly put from day one. His research, the way he spoke, the content with which he spoke was absolutely amazing and stunned us on all 3 days. And without further ado, the best delegate goes to the delegate of United Kingdom. Congratulations to all the winning delegates. And that's all from my side. Thank you.
Now may I request the Vice Chairman of UNICEF, Ms. Rishi Reddy, to announce the awards.
Right, so I don't think the vice is here with us. So I will be announcing the awards for our committee. So just before I announce the awards, like I've always made this clear earlier, I don't give verbal mentions and don't think I believe in the concept of verbal mentions itself. So the ones who don't get an award, since there are very few awards for a committee, just 3. Don't feel disheartened. I still encourage you to go for it because a lot of you have performed really, really well. So I don't think that should be a criteria for you all not to continue participating in MUNs. One, and also I honestly really, most of your efforts were really commendable, I believe. All right. So going straight into the awards, so we have 3 awards for a committee. That is 1 best delegate, 1 high commendation, and 1 special mention. So first for the special mention, we have the delegate of Canada. Okay. And for the high commendation, we have the delegate of United Arab Emirates. And lastly, once again, which is for every committee, there's no guesses which come here for the best delegate. This is the delegate of United States of America. Congratulations, delegates, and all the best for future conferences.
Now I request the Vice Chairman of United Nations Security Council, Mr. Dhruva Teja, to announce the awards.
Since we are done with Security Council.
Oh, we're done. Oh, for the commission. Okay. Now may I request the Vice Chairman of Commission on Crime Prevention and Criminal Justice, Mr. Sri Kailash Yadlapati, to announce the awards.
Greetings, everyone. So without wasting any time, let's go ahead with the awards. Firstly, we'll go ahead with the verbal mention, and we have 3 of them in no particular order. Firstly, the delegate of Japan, the delegate of Iran, and delegate of Algeria. Congratulations, delegates. Next, you have the special mentions, again, in no particular order. Delegate of Armenia, followed by the delegate of Russian Federation. Now let's go ahead with the honorable mentions. We have 2 honorable mentions, again, in no particular order. It was very close. So the delegate of Republic of Korea, congratulations, delegate. Next, we have the delegate of Saudi Arabia. Congratulations, delegate. Trust me when I say this, choosing between the best delegate and HighCom was extremely difficult. Anyways, going ahead with the high commendation, this delegate, trust me when I say this, sent me the most chits. My Zoom chat was just filled with his chits. His speeches was extremely on point, and best of all, he stuck with his foreign policy perfectly. The delegate of China. Finally, the best delegate. Wow, this delegate has given one of the most speeches, and each speech consisted of the best content. This delegate has made a point to raise the point of information on every occasion possible. The delegate also provided direction to the committee and was very decisive. Her lobbying was exceptional. The delegate of United States of America. Congratulations, delegate, and congratulations to all delegates. Thank you.
Now may I request the Vice Chairman of Commission on the Status of Women, Ms. Divya Bharti, to announce the awards.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Divya Bharati, I believe you're on mute.
Am I audible now?
Yes, you are.
So, did you get my awards? I mean, did you hear me?
Oh, we couldn't hear you.
Oh, I just finished announcing all the awards. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Can I connect in 2 minutes? Just I have some network issues. 2 minutes. Can you move forward?
Sure, we will move forward with the committees. Can we please have the next committee, Naya?
Now may I request the Vice Chairman of Lok Sabha, Mr. Dhruv Chaganti, to announce the awards.
Thank you, guys. So firstly, we have a high com, a special mention, then an honorable mention of course, a best delegate. Technically, we don't have a best delegate. We have best parliamentarian. So let me start with the honorable mentions. So honorable mention 5 goes to Narendra Modi. Honorable mention 4 goes to Nitin Gadkari. Honorable mention 3 goes to Ravi Shankar Prasad. Honorable mention 2 goes to Sunny Deol. Honorable mention 1 goes to Dr. Larho. Coming to the special mention 2 goes to Dr. Harshvardhan. Special mention 1 goes to Dr. Mohammad Javed. Coming to the High Com 2 goes to Rahul Gandhi. High Com 1 goes to Nama Nageshwar Rao. And now coming to the best parliamentarian, this particular parliamentarian is always in an attacking mode. The very first day when we asked to introduce themselves, she started her attacking on the opponents and opposition parties by quoting, "I have defeated Rahul Gandhi in Amethi." And that's none other than Srimati Smriti Irani. Congratulations, delegates.
Congratulations to all the winners. And also one such important thing of this committee is that most of them who spoke and won awards, some of them spoke in their mother tongues, predominantly Telugu and Hindi. So this is one message to all the delegates here, irrespective of your committees. Language should never be a barrier to express your opinion. Never ever have a linguistic inferiority. If you speak in the language that you know, be proud of your culture, be proud of your traditions and your customs and where you come from, where you belong to. Always be an Indian first and Indian last, as quoted by Baba Saheb Bhimrao Ambedkar. To everyone who won the awards today, let success not get into your head. And to all those who are not lucky today, as Usha ma'am was also saying a couple of minutes ago, let this defeat not get into your heart. This is just a beginning for a greater progress. I wish each one of them all the very best. Jai Hind, thank you very much once again for giving us this opportunity.
Now may I request the Vice Chairman of World Health Organization, Ms. Shivi Parihar, to announce the awards.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Thank you. So the WHO will be presenting 10 awards. These awards are in a particular order. We'll be starting with honorable mentions. Honorable mention 4 is the delegate of Germany. Honorable mention 3 is the delegate of Egypt. Honorable mention 2 is the delegate of the People's Republic of China. Honorable mention 1 is the delegate of Greece. We will now be moving on to the special mentions. Special mention 3 is the delegate of Italy. Special mention 2 is the delegate of Argentina. Special mention 1 is the delegate of Denmark. High commendation 2 is the delegate of the Russian Federation. High commendation 1 is the delegate of the USA. And the best delegate for our committee will be the delegate of the Republic of Korea. Congratulations, delegate. I wish you luck on your future endeavors.
Now may I request the Editor-in-Chief of International Press, Ms. Sai Pragnya, to announce the awards.
So we have 3 awards in the international press. We'll go from bottom to top. The first award I want to present is the Special Mention Award, which goes to reporter Sia. Congratulations, reporter Sia. The second award goes to, which is high commendation, goes to reporter Ananya. Congratulations, reporter. And the best journalist award goes to this particular journalist who took every opportunity to ask questions. Even in the committee itself, she actually kind of did a mini press conference. So congratulations, journalist. The best journalist award goes to Saida Anam. So thank you all. And that was the list for international press.
A huge round of applause for all the proud awardees. Congratulations to one and all.
We will now be having the awards from CSW committee.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible right now?
Yes.
Thank you very much. And delegates, apologies for making the awards delay. And now, without any further ado or delay, I'll just start with the verbal mention awards. It goes to Delegate of Chile and Delegate of Spain. Congratulations, Delegate. And the Honorable Mention Award goes to 3 delegates, the Delegate of India, Delegate of Denmark, Delegate of Germany, and Delegate of Republic of Korea. Congratulations, delegates. And yes, the High Commendation Award is shared between 2 delegates. One is the Delegate of South Africa and the Delegate of China. And the most awaited moment, the Best Delegate Award goes to the Delegate of United States of America. Congratulations, delegates. So all the best for your future conferences. Thank you.
Congratulations to one and all. And as we come to the concluding part of the 6th edition of Meridian Model United Nations 2021, I now request the Secretary General, Ms. Alekhya Vemuri, to declare the Model United Nations closed.
Thank you. I, Alekhya Vemuri, with the powers vested in me as the Secretary General of Meridian Model United Nations 2021, hereby declare this conference closed.
Thank you, Alekhya, for everything. The MUN was conducted very smoothly in hassle-free, and we congratulate on its huge success. May I now request the Chief Coordinator of Meridian Model United Nations, Mrs. Rajata Ma'am, to present vote of thanks.
Before we proceed to the vote of thanks, I would like Siddharth to share the video that is being done by the international press on the 3-day conference. Siddharth, request you to share the video.
One second. I'll just share the sound also.
Thank you, Siddharth. Good evening and namaste to the esteemed gathering. As the faculty advisor of Meridian MUN, I feel privileged to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all those who had a role to play, big or small. First and foremost, I would like to thank Usha Reddy ma'am, CEO Meridian Schools and Principal Meridian School, Banjara Hills, for her constant support, guidance, and encouragement. Thank you, ma'am. I thank Rahat ma'am, our Vice Principal, for being with us at every juncture of this journey and guiding us with her suggestions. Thank you, ma'am. I thank Dr. Syed Sadiq and Dr. Nancy Juneja for having consented to grace the inaugural function in spite of their busy schedules. This MUN would not have been possible without the support of our sponsors, Hover Robotics, MentorX, MedLeap Healthcare, Spice Venue Restaurant, Metamorphosis School of Entrepreneurship, and Ankura Hospital. Their cooperation and encouragement is invaluable to us. I thank the executive board members who have worked really hard in organizing the deliberations in various committees. They have made all the committee sessions interesting. Even the first-timers felt comfortable and managed the committees very well. Thank you all for your support. Coming to the delegates, I must say they were the best in all the ways. We hope all the first-time delegates will continue MUNning. Delegates, we appreciate your enthusiasm in sharing the talent videos and also your participation in the talent evening program. All the surprises announced during the talent evening will reach you soon. I take this opportunity to thank the faculty advisors of all the participating schools for supporting our MUN and encouraging your students to register. I would like to thank our Meridian MUN 2021 Secretariat team, SecGen Alekia, OC Head Siddharth, USG Delegate FS Deeksha, USG Marketing Megha, USG Design Rinda for their commitment and superb teamwork. The organizing committee needs a round of appreciation as they have been of great support before the conference and during the conference too. I extend a heartfelt thanks to my colleagues Srinivas sir and Vijaya ma'am for being a great support. Kudos to the entire team. I would like to thank the competitors over the 3 days, Nayab, Josiah, Hansika, and Inayat, who have conducted the entire program very smoothly. Finally, I'll be failing in my duty if I don't thank the management of Meridian Schools who have been supporting us all through. Thank you very much, Neelkan sir and Renuka ma'am, for your kind cooperation. Thank you one and all. Wish you all happy Navratri and happy Dasara. Thank you and namaste.
Thank you, ma'am, for that formal ending of the session. Eden believes in giving you memorable moments, and so we hope that you have had a truly momentous MUN that will remain etched in your memories even after the MUN is over. And so, dear delegates, as they say, all good things must come to an end. And we disperse for the present to meet next year on the same platform at the 7th edition of Meridian MUN next year. Praying the Almighty that the next session will be offline and physical. Thanks to one and all. Have a good day. Wish you all a happy Navratri and happy Dasara and happy vacation.